New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. And hello again, dear ones. Reverend Robert with you here on a Tuesday evening on the New Thought Media Network. So grateful that you're with us. Time for our evening prayers. That means it's 8:15 on the Mountain Time Zone. I'll let you do the math on whatever time zone you're on. But I want to thank you for being with us, being here, being a part of what we're doing here on the New Thought Media Network. You know, we come to you every day, 8:15 a.m., 8:15 p.m., and bringing you a positive affirmation. This is not your begging and beseeching type of prayer. This is a positive affirmation of the truth as we know it, and perhaps the truth as is being revealed. If you'd like to get your prayer requests into our prayer team, please send an email, prayer@ntmedia.org. That's prayer@ntmedia.org. Come and join us there and send us an email. Let us know what we can get going on your behalf as well. Okay. Now, this is not begging and beseeching, right? And there are sometimes things in the world that make you go, what the? And there are things that make me go, yeah, right on. So no matter what it is, no matter what the story is, no matter what the condition is, what we know is the conditions can be changed when we do our work in consciousness. I want to give you an example. This past weekend, I had a lot of office work to do, and I needed to get a lot of that office work done. And I turned on, in the background, I turned on the protests in Ottawa. Now, Friday night and Saturday throughout the day, there were quite a few scuffles. And there was some tussling, and there was some interactions between law enforcement and protesters. And it's not about what side of that issue you stand on. It's not about how you see that, what perspective you bring. For me, it was about being, because I couldn't be there. And not that I want to be there as a protester or there as someone standing against the protesters, but I could be there in consciousness. And so while I was doing my work, while I was building things, and I was able to leave the protests on in the background. And in that regard, I was in a constant prayer throughout most of the day for peace, for the peace to emerge. Now, I know there's a lot of people on there that are watching stations and channels and watching stuff, looking for the conflict, waiting to see somebody, a fight break out. Right? That's why we go to hockey games, isn't it? It's watch for the fight breakout. Well, that's where, and that is the conditioning that I believe we're all here to change. That we can witness the events of the day and not be horrified and not be elated if that happens to be our perspective that rules the day or wins the day, but to be in a place of consciousness around the peace and the unity and the oneness of life. And while in my humanness, in my personal life, I may disagree with what some of these folks are saying, and I may disagree with how they're saying it, I also have to be in a place of peace, recognizing our oneness, and that if something's being said, then it's necessary that it gets said. Today, I find myself listening to accounts of Russia and its apparent invasion of the Ukraine. And while I'm not here to promote or defend any of the players, I recognize that every one of the players in that experience are absolutely necessary for us to awaken to something new and different. And, well, that's what it's about. So I'm going to invite you to join me in prayer this evening for that peace, which is not the absence of war. War is the absence of peace. We're going to pray for peace, which is the presencing of our nature, of our divine nature. If you're in a safe place and can close your eyes, I invite you to join me as we sink into a deeper consciousness of oneness, a deeper recognition of the one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that's moving and breathing and having its being as all of life. Every expression, every word, every opportunity, a divine expression of the oneness, of the wholeness, of the everything that is God's life, that is my life, that is the lives of everyone everywhere. The lives of the Russian military, the lives of the Ukrainian military, the lives of the Ukrainian separatists, the lives of the Ukrainian people, of the Russian people, the oligarchs, the politicians, the whatever is other than the politicians, all the people, everyone, the lobbyists and the diplomats, the speaking heads and those doing the bidding, all part of the oneness that is life, all part of what is necessary for humanity to witness and experience on this planet at this time. And while I may not like the prospects of this conflict, while I may not promote this conflict, I cannot condemn this conflict. I must stand witness and hold a higher consciousness, not a consciousness of making anybody wrong, but a consciousness of making everybody right. Of recognizing that there is a thread of the truth, there is a piece of the divine truth revealing itself through and as each and every player on this field. Each and every one that is in any way co-creating with spirit, and we're all co-creating with spirit, we're all co-creating this thing called life. And so everyone's involved in this thing, this the revelation, this evolution, this revealing of a grand vision. Everybody's involved in witnessing and coming to a higher consciousness that while there's this conflict may be happening, it need not happen. It need not be a massive loss of life. It need not be a major upset to the balance of diplomacy or politics or the economy. It need not be any of that, because what it is it's an expression of the divine. So I look for the ways that this expression supports the evolution of human consciousness, awakening more and more people to the horrors of war, awakening more and more people to the sense that they want to call for peace, more people standing in that peace, more people demanding that peace, more people allowing themselves to come to a deep healing so that there is no separation within the self, and therefore there can be no experience of separation beyond the self. And there that we're building the unity, is there that we're coming together in a state of consciousness to create a state of form, to create one human state called planet Earth. A world where borders are irrelevant, a world where everyone is awakened to their spiritual magnificence and everyone is working in concert to bring forth the mighty symphony, the mighty vision of this planet. Now, I know we're not there yet. I know that's not the truth that we see in the human reality this day, but it remains the divine ideal. It remains the divine vision. It remains the truth in the realm of the divine. So we align ourselves, I align myself, and invite each one that wants to join in to align themselves with that higher truth, with that divine truth, and cast aside the vision of a world that's full of war and condemnation, that's full of greed and grift and avarice and war. Let go of all those images And again and again and again, even in the face of what appears to be separate, to again and again affirm our unity until we begin to experience that in our lives. And as we begin to experience that in our own lives, we can be an expression of that out into the world so that others may be inspired, so that others may see that it is possible, so that others may see demonstrations of success and understanding and living a spiritual life, so that the rest of the world, so all those around us may wake up and say, yes, I want some of that. Yes, let me too go there. Yes, yes, yes. And together, a rising tide lifts all boats. Together, the rising tide lifts all boats that are open, that are available, that are ready to float. But those unable to float, well, that's where we reach out the hand and we say, come here too. For you are part of the divine as well. No judgments, no accusations, no separation, no division, no denominationalism, no exceptionalism, no nationalism. Oneness-ism. Oneism. Unity. Love. That is what it is. Oneism. Coming to this place of knowing that deeply we are one. Deeply we are one. And in this oneness, we each bring to the party what is ours to bring. Our gifts, our skills, our talents. Each one bringing what is absolutely necessary for each one to bring. And in that, we create a world that works for all. A world that works for all life. Even if I don't understand it. So I am thrilled to overflowing with a sense of gratitude for the truth that's being revealed here this day, for this energetic vibration that we are creating here this day. Most especially grateful to know God's got this. And so I can let it be. I can get out of the way. I can let go and let God be God. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you, dear ones, for being with us. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Rev Brz. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our 7 a.m. meditation time, 7:45. Say Crew Rights and Be Your Own Hero, 8:15 with our prayer time, 8:30 the morning sip with Rev Melissa, 9 o'clock wake up, say thank you with Rev Steph. It's always a great morning. And now I want to let you know our dear friend Nathan Aswell has moved his Wednesday show from 11 to 10. Here, check this out. That's right, live from Vancouver, Canada, our dear friend Nathan Aswell. Always a wonderful time. Part of our spiritual practice series and part of our spiritual practice programming. So I invite you to join us for that. All right, folks, I'm going to get out of here. Before I do, however, I want to say thank you to everyone that makes this possible. And if you'd like to get involved and be a part of our committed giving campaign, please head on over to the website, ntmedia.org, click on donate and get started making a monthly donation. And we'll find we have all kinds of ways to say thank you. And then we get your name on the movie and all that. Wait, movie? What movie, you might say? Well, this movie.
Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Denver, for your continued support. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Midtown Atlanta, for your monthly contribution. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, for your monthly contribution. And please help us welcome Om Center for Spiritual Living in La Mesa, California. Thank you for your monthly donation. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, for your most generous donation. And a special thanks to Heckerland Foundation for your generous technology grant. And Suze Odgen, thank you for your very generous donation. And a big shout out to all our committed donors.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our committed givers, everyone that makes this possible and keeps this mighty network growing and growing and growing. We've got some great plans coming up for you soon. So stay tuned for some extra special announcements coming real soon. I'm Rev Brz. I'm going to get out of here for now. Until next time, thanks for being with us. I look forward to seeing you again. Peace.